Tiger's glasses are in my cupboard, in my drawer next to my bed.
You do know your that interview discussing Gali is very viral, huh?
Yes.
Sometimes dialogues were being written on the set. Aradhana was the RRR of our time.
Lovely. Hi, I'm Arun Singh. Welcome to this special conversation with the star cast and director of Gulmohar, that's streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar. Very warm welcome. We're absolutely excited to talk to you. And before we start talking about the film, I want to start with a personal account from you guys. There's a very beautiful dialogue from the film which really stayed with me, which you say, "Ye ghar maine eent patron se nahi, rishton se banaya hai." So, you know, there's that one moment, a corner, or memory of your house that turns it into home. If you can share that with us. If we can begin with you, Manoj.
When I was sitting there doing that Hotstar video, and they were taking me in the places where they thought would be very cinematic, though I never went into those spaces for many months or years. But they made me sit there and, you know, face the camera and say my dialogue. And suddenly I realized that there was this small cupboard that used to be a small storeroom where my mother used to put curd and barfi that she used to make.
You used to raid that.
I used to raid.
Yes.
That's a beautiful memory. Yeah. And you know, Gulmohar actually explores themes like these and, you know, things which really make or actually turn a house into a home. If you would like to share any element, it can be a corner, a person.
I don't want everything brand new in my house. I have my mother's little teddy bear she had and some, what do you call it, you know, you cover your glasses with, not coaster, but you know what I mean. So things of no importance as such, but very, very important to me, you know. Tiger's glasses are in my cupboard, in my drawer next to my bed. So I just like those little things that remind me of a person or a house.
Or tell a story.
Or tell a story of my past.
Sure.
Yes.
How did this concept really come about, Gulmohar? Is it from your personal experiences?
The characters, yeah, I mean, when you're making something so intimate and about family and when it's a human drama, you should dive into what I call the free bank, which is people around you. Right. But my wife and I were pregnant 3 years ago, and we wanted to buy a house, and I wanted to explore the meaning of family and home in the format of a film. That's really how it.
Right. Simran, a few minutes into the conversation and I can hear so many different stories, perspectives, and that's the advantage when you have people from different generations. You've also worked in so many films. And how did that impact your working? You have, you know, actors of different generations with different experiences. What was that like? And of course, you yourself also bring so much onto the table.
Powerhouse of talent you're working with. Of course, you know, legendary actor Sharmila ji, then powerhouse of performance Manoj ji, Suraj, Kaveri, Utsavi, and Amol ji, and then Talat ji.
Suraj, we also talk about the experience on the set, and you've done several international projects also. Did you see any shift, difference? Do you see any contrast?
Truth of it that eventually comes out is that all sets are different no matter where they are. So set, although they'll always be different. There is a certain theme that I have noticed then eventually, which is that, and this is not always true, and it's changing, and the structure of cinema here in making it is also changing. So don't take this too seriously.
Digitally also, there's this debate also, you know, self-censorship, and otherwise if you're doing content also on digital platforms, there are people who will be like, you know, one should shy away, and then others are like, dude, this is a way of expression. How do you see it?
I personally feel that this is a way of expression. If it is all right in English, why can't it be all right, you know, in our language?
You do know your that interview discussing Gali is very viral, huh?
Yes, that was actually
and memified as well.
That we've done it for Satu Chakke, and we were promised that it would be taken away in 2 days' time, and they forgot to take it away. Now, you know,
damage has been done.
Yeah, damage has been done.
Yeah. You want to say something?
No. He was just going to use a cuss word.
You were returning after 12 or 13 years. Did things change? Did you feel any difference in the way you experience the set?
Sea change, absolutely, so different. In all my life that I've worked in films, barring few directors like Meera, where even the driver had a script, Shrutajit Rai, and where I'm thinking, New Delhi Times, where we had a script. Otherwise, we never had a script. Sometimes dialogues were being written on the set. That's one. I mean, there are many differences. The comfort level, you know, Vanity Van, and it's completely changed. I mean, obviously, you just look at the country in 13 years, it's changed so much. So obviously, you know, everything has changed, and for the better.
I have a list of films for you, ma'am. Of course, that includes Gulmohar. But what I want you to do is give Gen Z one reason to watch these films of yours. They should watch Aradhana because?
Aradhana was a runaway success. And it just shows that how India thinks the same way. Because I remember in South, there was this Hindi agitation was going on. Nobody was allowed to speak Hindi. There was protest against Hindi language. Aradhana ran for 50 weeks. Aradhana was the RRR of our time.
Lovely. Amar Prem.
Amar Prem.
Amar Prem. Why should they watch Amar Prem?
Why should they watch? I think because it shows that there is a family beyond your biological family. You know, your biological family are not there, but a man who's not related to you actually looks after you.
Chupke Chupke, which has a lot of OGs.
Chupke Chupke was a lot of fun. Recently, I had a very massive surgery, and I was watching Chupke Chupke on my iPad and laughing my guts out. So it was so funny. And then again, so many talented actors together.
Nayak the hero. I have a reason as well, which is Satyajit Ray. I'm sure you have your own.
Nayak is like, you know, the way a lot of the world looks at film stars, you know. They judge them all the time. They're envious of their success. They like them at one level, but they also feel superior to them. They feel, oh, these people are actors, but you know, they have no morals. They're judging them all the time. And in Nayak, this, you know, the journalist, when she's talking to the actor, finds out who that person really is, and has a lot of sympathy and understanding.
Gulmohar.
Gulmohar is just a fabulous film. It's just, it's got so many layers, so many, everybody, 3 generations, and their thinking, and Manoj's character, Suraj's character, Simran's character, the parallel staff, you know, everybody. It's a little small little world out there.
Is it Sara approved though?
It's Sara approved.
It is?
Sara approved because Sara sat next to me when she was watching the film, and she was saying, that is very weird. And then she says, really? Oh my God, what's happened now? So I can't tell you why she was saying that.
The way she did.
Because the way she was reacting, it was so different the way I would react.
Right. In the end, so we'll wrap with your reason. Why do you think they should watch it?
Because it's a very good film.
Because there's Manoj Bajpayee in the film.
No.
And
You
also,
should say I'm in it, so go ahead.
It's a very good film. It's a very good film, and when there's no dearth of content on OTT or in theaters. There is one film which actually talks about the audience's life and their story.
Lovely. Thank you so very much. With that, we've come to an end of this special interaction with Team Gulmohar. This is Arun Singh signing off.